Hi, good morning, everybody. Today, where we're going to be going is quizzes. It's review time, and you got your standardized testing coming up, or it's coming along very, very fast, or maybe even going on today. But we got in a course, but this is a great little tool to help you review. With Quizizz, it's very similar to Kahoot, but instead it's self-paced. The kids will have all the questions in front of them, and when they get the question right or wrong, they'll have this very cute, interesting meme that is very engaging and interactive to play with that you can see. You could turn that on or off. You have the ability to turn the timer on and off, which also could kind of alleviate some anxiety that they may have from doing the test. And there's a lot of quizzes games already made up. So you can search for another user or the name of it, and you can modify their questions. So it's just a great tool. It can be applied towards a variety of any subjects or grade levels that you want to use. So it's a lot of fun. So let's try to make one right now. I have done a video in the past on how to get data from a quizzes game, which is something that can really help you drive small group instruction in your classroom. And I think if you click up here right now, you can hit that box. By the way, you probably only see that if you're watching YouTube after I upload this video and put in the annotation. But you can access the video there, and that can help you out really drive that small group instruction. So the first thing I'm going to do is turn on my screen share in my Google Hangout. And I do my entire screen, and I share it. And here we go. Okay, so I am in Quizizz.com. Make sure you spell it correctly, or you'll get a very strange site, and it is spelled like so. And you have to log in. One thing I don't like about the site is that it does not have a sign in with Google button, and it never remembers my credentials, so I had to look them up. But you can put in all your stuff there. The teachers can make it up. It's quite quick and simple. You can do it. Students can make one up too. They can make up their games as well. That could be nice activities. So I'm going to log in. Okay. All right. So here we go. I can scroll through. This is the home screen that I would get. And these have all been recently made or featured quizzes. And you can see that this is called the math game, who made it, the grade level it's made, and how long ago. There's 23 questions on this, and I could scroll through them here, and I can see what the questions are. Spanish Inquisition, that's a good one. I'm a social studies teacher. My kids need this for a pass, so there's my grade level, how long ago it was made. You can see there's some fill in the blank. These are all the questions here. Sound review, computer graphics, World War II and civil rights. So I think I'm going to go with this one to play with in a little bit. My quizzes have been some games that I've liked in the past that I can always go back. This is one that I've actually created. I actually took a Kahoot game and I copy and pasted it, and I just kind of quizified a Kahoot game that I had, because I didn't like the stress that my teachers had when I played the game, or they were so focused on getting the correct answer. You can just create one from scratch. This gives you the editor, and it's we could start one out from scratch. And could say subject. I always keep everything public because I think it's best just to share your files, and you can add a cover image if you had one. I think I have a picture. Let's say I'll use this one. Okay. You can search for the question bank. That's a new feature that you can use. And maybe I'll say quizzes. There's all these games made on quizzes already. And maybe I want to use this question. And I already know what the multiple choice correct answer is. And that's added. And I like this one. So I don't necessarily have to reinvent the wheel. I can just start with what other people have done. Okay, close that. I'm going to close this bar. So I've got a couple questions already made up for me. Now, this happened before, I was working with a teacher. You want to see this question, you want to click on the name, not the blue button. If you hit the blue button, you're going to end up duplicating it. You could duplicate some questions if you wanted to slightly reword them, change the time. Math folks, you could do a little bit more of formulas, make the text. If you want to do some algebra, some subscripts, some fractions, that's all there for you. The image is nice, so you can add a little background image. You get it from the URL. Yeah, I'll put that one in. And it's going to be behind the question. Okay. All right, so I got that all set up. I got my questions in. You can see what are the correct ones. Maybe since I copied this, I didn't like the way, let's see what's one we could modify. Maybe I could change the wording on it. Maybe I have an honors class and a basic class, and they want to be able to utilize this in their room, and I want to differentiate. Maybe I could change the wording on there. Now, can it be accessed? Maybe I can say, so you can change some verbiage up on there for some of your students. Okay. And there's also a tutorial if you need any extra help on what I just showed you. If you want to add a new question from scratch, type your question. Okay, options you can have. See, as I add them, it makes the color box over here. And you can have only one correct answer for this one. Okay, anything else in there? All right, so that's done. Now I'm going to finish it. Oh, the first question's complete. So let's just trash it. All right, so let's finish it. What's the grade level? This is going to help people find your quizzes for later. What subjects does it fall under? Maybe this could be used at the university level. Some tags. Do you want to make people find your stuff? In comment, I'll create a tag for you. All right, now we finish it. All right, now you have a couple ways to share this. We can play live, which we'll do in a little bit. The homework is a new feature too, so your kids can complete this on their own time. And when is it due by? So let's say it's going to be due tomorrow by 10:15. I like to make sure that the questions are jumbled, they're jumbled, and it's up to you. Do you want them to see the correct answer afterwards? I think it's a good idea, but maybe not at the end. Who's to say that they can't take a screenshot and send that to one of their friends? I think the leaderboard's good because they know who they're competing against. The timer has some pros and cons to it because you can see the faster they go, they get better answers. The memes, I would definitely keep this on. And then they have default memes, so these are really kind of fun. Oh, and you can make up your own memes. Oh. So imagine if you uploaded your own type of pictures. Maybe you can call it So we're gonna make a meme, upload your own image, and they have all these ones that you can search for. Pepperidge Farm members. That's a good one. All right. So you can make up your own memes, have fun with it, but that is a nice little feature, okay? So I'm gonna finish it. All right, so let's make an incorrect one. I mean, maybe 90s problems. All right. So in order to get back to my quiz, go to my Quizizz. There's my quiz I had. Maybe I want to go back and edit some questions. You can duplicate it, kind of like I was saying before. You have different types of classes, honors classes, remedial classes, so you can change up everything for them. And I picked the memes. I had the quiz one, and you can have the music on. So let's proceed. Okay, so there's two ways that your kids can do this. They can write it down. They could do that, and they have the code. They have this nice new feature to share right to Classroom. So if you already have Google Classroom set up, a window will pop up. You would choose your class. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to make an announcement. This is up to you how you want to do it. This would mean that you would actually put some grades in. Same thing, ask a question. Let's go with make an announcement. Go. The due date is in a day. Click the URL to join a game. So I would post that, or remember the also new feature in Google Classroom lets you schedule it. Maybe I want this to premiere for them later on today, and I could schedule it. Right? We're not going to do that. So you saw how to make one. If that was a homework assignment, that's where they have to do it on their own time. Maybe I wanted to do it in class. So I would go back to my game. We would play live. Same thing. Adjust my settings, then proceed. And there's two ways to play. You would just, I would just post this up on the board. The kids can join, or again, share it to Google Classroom. And once you end the game, they're all going to play this. They also give you a nice little walkthrough video that we can play. And here what they have is a student window joining up to the side, and you can see what that looks like. And your students will start to appear here. And they get a randomly generated avatar. They have to put in a code. And they'll start to pop up. This is what the students see. The teacher screen is in the background. I probably would not keep that fully displayed up because you can see on the bottom, it shows what scores that the kids are getting and the leaderboard that's coming up. So that's totally up to you. I wouldn't show. I would probably just keep this part displayed for the class, but try not to let to see what that top student score is having up there. Okay, and then they're all in. The teacher can see the data, what it looks like, and I've already covered the data in a previous video that you can always check out at another time. But you can download the spreadsheet of all that And I think that's what we can go on to next, is what does that data look like? Really help you drive that small group instruction. So I'm going to go to my reports, running completed, go to completed. What was my overall score on here? We could do the one on Sarah Klein after World War II. We're going to view it, their accuracy. So I can see right here, okay, maybe I need to reteach this concept. Now, who got that wrong? I'm going to download the Excel, or we can go to players here. You can see the lower score. When you download the Excel, you get some really nice data that can really help you drill down and really help you focus. Okay, where do I need to focus on my students? How can I help them out best? Who needs to be in my small group and why? And you can see here we have the questions, how many people got on right or wrong, what did Rob get, what did Leslie get, and their total score, their accuracy, who did it at what time, how long they played. So you get some really great stuff in this. So maybe you can look at a whole classroom report and decide, okay, anyone that had an overall accuracy of 69, you need to come with me in a small group. Everyone else, start working on the creation activity. And or maybe this group over here, you scored 90 or higher, so maybe you can continue on the next step. But just trying to think about how quizzes can help you drive that small group instruction and really break up your students and help you out in your blended learning class. So that is Quizizz in a nutshell. Again, it's got a whole bunch of games made up for you already. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. The students find this very, very engaging. I probably would not do this every day if I were you, because, same thing. Would you want to, eat pizza every night for dinner? So you really want to try and mix it up. Maybe you could do these once a week. It's a great way to start your class, or even an exit slip if you want to have some more time to look at the data and drive it up. But Quizizz could be an awesome assessment tool to help you drive your small group instruction in your class. So thanks for watching. I hope you get some good stuff out of it, and good luck with your standardized testing going on. Take care. Bye.